Hey everybody, Economic Ninja here. I hope you're doing great. Maybe you won't be doing great after this. I don't know. We'll find out. 4 different ways the Inflation Reduction Act can impact the supply chain crisis. I just saw this story. I want to share it with you and chat about it. Okay, so let's go for it. Let's share the screen and see where this takes us. All right. It says, its name suggests, the Inflation Reduction Act of 2022, signed into law by President Joe Biden, or Jeff Morgan, as I like to put it, earlier this month, is designated or designated. I'm going to say designated is probably a better word to damage things, to be honest with you. But sorry, that's either here nor there. Sorry, I digress. Whatever. To reduce inflation. That's what its intended purpose is. So we're going to spend more money. See, I'm already getting ticked. We're going to spend more money to get rid of inflation. Yeah, that makes sense. Boy, I'll tell you what, I don't know what school these guys went to, but when you figure it out, please do me a favor and put it in the comment section. It says, but it also includes $300 billion worth of grants and incentives for clean energy and incentives to combat climate change. And we're just now starting to get peeks into this because this is what happens. They pass something big. It's a lot to read. They just do it, shove it down your throats, and then find out, oh, a few years later, yeah, we totally screwed up. But it's okay. We screwed up with your money. Guys, little side note, that's why you need to start a business. You need to find legal write-offs, legal ways to write things off so you don't have to pay as much taxes as you are right now. Not a tax professional. Not even a financial advisor. I'm just a dude that started a bunch of businesses and really likes where I am in life because there's a lot of freedom. It is a lot of hard work. I'm sorry I'm digressing, but people need to get that going right now because our taxes are going to cause us a lot of pain in the future because of inflation. Let's just dive right into number one. Incentives for electric trucks. The tax credit for purchasing electric vehicles covers the price difference between a diesel truck and an electric truck, or 30% of the truck's purchase price, whichever is lower, but it's capped at $40,000 per vehicle. Wow. See, and again, remember, this tax credit, now, if you guys want to jump in there, there's no changing this, right? This is how it goes. Our elected officials are blowing our money like crazy. So I'm going to be honest with you. If you guys are in the market for an electric vehicle, I'm quite frankly not, but if you are, go get the tax credit. I mean, it's our tax money that's going to this, right? To spur innovation. Remember I want to harken back to 2008, the great financial, the GFC. Crash, whatever. I don't even remember what it stands for. I'm already ticked off, to be honest with you. This is absolutely ludicrous. But the government wasn't forced to, but, it's part of let's, build up the auto industry because they're collapsing right now because they were done with their money, quite frankly. Let's go ahead and buy the stupidest things in the world. And throw out in the comment section because the government bought a stupid amount of these cars that almost look like PT Cruisers. The name of the car is just completely passed me up. But if any of you guys work for the government, you know exactly which cars I'm talking about. It's literally the worst built car in the world. It looked like a clown car, and the government bought a bunch of them. And it's absolutely ludicrous. We should let companies fail if they have a bad business model. But no, I mean, not here. And I'm telling you, this is honestly the kind of stuff, it gets my blood boiling. You could already tell I'm just going to breeze over this story. But it gets my blood boiling because this is what is going to cause the greater collapse in the economy. All right. So prepare. If this doesn't scare the piss out of you, these dumb policies are being put out, I don't know what will, quite frankly. So, all right. So, okay, they're using our taxpayer money to give incentives for people to buy already overpriced cars. Copy. Number two, renewable energy incentives. The IRA includes production and investment tax credits for battery storage and renewable wind and solar energy. This should make it greener and cheaper for supply chain companies to power their warehouses, distribution centers, and stores. Let me back up here real quick. I think that solar power is great. If you can actually get into an agreement with a company that fix your price of solar. That's why I sold so many solar systems back in 2010, I think it was 2011. I don't even remember the dates, but it was for Solar City. It was because they came out and said, look, you can lease the system from us for 20 years, and then we'll either take it off at the end of 20 years or you can buy it for something dirt cheap. It was like $2,500. And don't quote me on that. It was a long time ago. But let's say you're paying $150 a month in electricity costs over the average. They would just turn around and say, look, we'll fix your price at $125 for the next 20 years. But instead of paying would PG&E, you're going to pay us. And we're not going to raise your price. And we're going to guarantee you the same amount of power that you're using on average today. for the next 20 years. That's an incredible opportunity. So if you find these opportunities, go get them. Go get them. I want Ninja Nation to take advantage of all this. All right. Because I can almost guarantee you, everybody as a part of Ninja Nation, and do me a favor, put a number 1 down if you voted for the current administration, and put a heck, HECK, or no way Jose. All right. No way JOSE. If you did not vote for this administration. So my point being is that use these advantages, right? And take your money savings, your savings, and go and crush it. Start your side hustle. Go buy gold and silver. Go pay off debt. Do you know what I'm saying? Because this is absolutely crazy. Get it? This is going to be a rant video, and there's going to be like a handful of people. I don't like your rant videos. Well, you should totally leave, because I'm going to be honest with you. After being an investor for this long and moving in and out of cycles, both real estate, well, now currency, but before that, stocks. This makes me sick to my stomach, because I know the end goal. And I know that the only people that get rich off of what we're talking about here is honestly the politicians and the elite. And that is my prayer for you. I believe that you, Ninja Nation, are elite thinkers, because there's no way you'd spend your time with me unless you thought different. So it says here, independent environmental and energy research nonprofit Resources for the Future projects the act will reduce electricity costs for the retail industry by 5.2% to 6.7% over the next decade, saving electricity consumers $2.9 billion to 278 billion, 2.9 billion, 209 billion to 278 billion. I agree. I think it will, because a lot of people that get it locked in now at their energy rates for solar, things like that, and they have their battery storage, they're right. They're going to be paying less for energy. End of story. Okay. Number 3, supporting domestic supply chains. The IRA is expected to drastically increase the demand for components needed in solar panels, wind turbines, and EVs. Do you guys see the use case? The use case for silver, owning physical silver. That is why I bought it. That's not financial advice. I'm not telling you to go buy it. That's why I invest in silver. All right. Because there's no way you could have any of this technology without silver and copper. That's why I'm investing in mining companies. This could create more jobs in clean energy and manufacturing sectors. And then finally, greening ports. The IRA includes $3 billion in grants and rebates for port authorities and marine terminals to purchase zero-emission cargo handling equipment until September 2027. The goal is to address air pollution in all around ports. All right. So I'm not going to get into the part where it's going to snag up the supply chains, except for this. All of the money that's noted for, like we talked about, wind, solar, things like that, electric vehicles, all that stuff. Imagine all that money is about to rush into that. Okay. That's where your supply chain clog is going to be. And I want you to read the whole article. I'm going to link it below, but think about that. That is where your supply chain crunch is going to be. So take a look at this and look at where all the money is about to flow. That's exactly what happened during the close down, the pandemic. The money flowed to certain sectors like toilet paper, and electronics and cars and things people wanted that they shouldn't have bought because they couldn't afford it. But that's where all your supply chain issues came, right? Loose credit, a down payment led to no more chargers on the lot because a bunch of guys wanted chargers. Crazy, but it's true. So think about that. Think a little bit broader and think about all of this money that wise people are about to tap into. And I want you guys to tap into it within reason, right? And look at all these grants are going to and all that stuff. And that is what your bottleneck's going to be. Okay. Look, I don't like doing rant videos, but I think I want people to understand, like I said, the fall comes in the fall. I believe we're headed for a amazing, brilliant correction in the stock market and in all kinds of markets, right? I believe paper, gold, and silver are going to sell off too. But look at the price of the premiums. All right. So to get your hands on it, it's a whole different ballgame. Point being is that I believe that we're about to see an epic crash, and things like this are not going to spur the economy. And remember, guys, there's an executive order out there that's banning cash. 14067, I believe, off the top of my mind. And they're getting ready for the digital dollar. And remember, I've told you this many times before. They can't push this off or pawn this off on people unless there is some kind of craziness. And I believe you're going to see crazy stuff in the markets. So keep vigilant. Stay diligent in your preparing. Get ready for this, because I want you to be ready to crush it on the other side. We're going to take this world back. All right. With that being said, I thank you so much for watching. Going to link the story below. Hope you have a great day. The Economic Ninja is out.